of Somalia.
Madam President, at the outset, Somalia wishes to thank the Presidency for convening the Council again in response to escalating and grave developments in the Middle East. We also extend our appreciation to the Secretary General for his introductory remarks, and to DG Grossi and ASG Yanka for their thorough updates on this worrying and rapidly evolving threat to international peace and security in the Middle East. The recent attacks on nuclear facilities of Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan in Iran represent a perilous escalation that threatens to engulf the entire region in an uncontrollable cycle of violence, suffering, and destruction. Somalia condemns any acts of aggression that violate the sovereignty and territorial integrity of member states. Such actions are in clear contravention of the principles enshrined in the Charter of the United Nations, in particular Article 2, Paragraph 4, which prohibits the threat or use of force against any state. We reaffirm the importance of respecting the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Our delegation believes that all member states share responsibility to act in accordance with these principles and commitments. Madam President, at this critical moment, 4 urgent actions must guide our collective response. First, uphold international law and the UN Charter. We call for respect of the sovereignty and territorial integrity of all states, and adhere to the principles of good neighborliness, and to resolve disputes through peaceful means. Violations of these principles imperil countless lives and deepen regional crisis. Second, pursue de-escalation and comprehensive ceasefire. We urge all sides to work towards de-escalation and achieve immediate and unconditional ceasefire in order to restore calm and confidence-building measures. The Security Council must support every diplomatic initiative aimed at reducing tensions and preventing further conflict. Third, the return to negotiations on non-proliferation. Somalia reaffirms the urgent necessity of returning to negotiations regarding the Iranian nuclear program. Our delegation believes that the only viable path forward is a swift recommitment to talks on non-proliferation in line with relevant international resolutions. We further reiterate our call for the establishment of a Middle East zone free of nuclear weapons and for all regional states to join the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation and Nuclear Weapons. Lastly, protection of civilians and safeguarding nuclear facilities. We emphasize the paramount importance of protecting civilians and civilian infrastructure. Also, we urge all parties to exercise restraint and refrain from targeting nuclear facilities, particularly under IAEA safeguards, given the grave risks such actions pose to populations, regional stability, and the environment. Equally important is to guarantee freedom of navigation in international waterways and to refrain from actions that undermine maritime security. To conclude, Madam President, the challenges before us demand a collective, measured response rooted in dialogue, mutual respect, and a renewed commitment to multilateralism. Our delegation stands ready to engage constructively with the international community to advance peace, stability, and security for all states in the Middle East. We urge all parties to act with responsibility and wisdom, placing the well-being of the region's people above all other considerations. Our delegation echoes the SG call to give peace a chance and reiterates its call to seize this moment to redouble efforts for de-escalation and a return to negotiations and a sustainable diplomatic process. I thank you.
I thank the representative of Somalia for his statement.